Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to another project video here. Two videos in one day. The first one I made in the shop here was the flea market find for $5. Temperature's warm now. I figured I'd get my old knockaround shirt on here. Elbows are all gone in it. From putting my bony elbows down in the magnifying glass on the computer screen like this, it just wore out the elbows in it. So I can't put patches on it because I can't get them to stay on, and I don't know how to do that anyway, so it'll be another work shirt. But anyways, I've got a old semi-rotted piece of 2x6 from the picnic table that I use for drilling through, and I'm going to take my hole saw and I'm going to drill 1-inch holes, and there are 30 of them here that's going to be drilled. I got a brand new set of Milwaukee's. You might be able to see them over there. This is the set my son Tommy got me for my birthday, but I haven't used them. He gave me a gift card and I bought these at Home Depot. He's been asking me have I used them, and to be honest, I haven't. This is, I guess, the bimetal. You can cut metal with them, and this is a 1-inch bit. So we're going to hand hold this, and we can drill. So we can drill. The reason for the wood behind it, in case you didn't know, is if I was to drill this like overhang it on the bench and drill it down, or over here like that, what would happen is when it gets to the end, all the wood is going to push out and splinter out. You want a smooth hole. So the only way you're going to get a smooth hole is to drill through this and partially into this, so it becomes a nice clean hole on both sides. So we're going to do the first one here, right here. And we did not quite come through that. Now, we're drilling from the back. This is the part you see on the back of the radio. So if there's any mess up, it'll be on towards the inside. We're almost through, but not quite. Okay, now we're through. No, we're not. No, we're not. Now we are. It's not too bad of a hole, but it's neater on this side than it is here, but it would be even worse if I did not have this board under here. So this is going to be time consuming because I'm going to have to remove all these pieces out of here. So we're not going to bore you with that. We'll just drill the holes and speed the video up. Hole number 2. you get the idea. So I'm going to finish doing all the rest of the holes. No point in doing it. I was going to try to do it speeding it up, you know, doing one hole after the other. But because I have to clean the bed out each time, I can't do that. When I get all the holes drilled, and then we're going to do some sanding and smoothing out of those square openings that I cut earlier, those square openings, and sand and smooth the plywood out also. And then I might be able to put a coat of stain on it. I've got a small can of stain that'll be dark enough to match the cabinet. It doesn't have to be perfect. To protect the wood and also to make it look better. "33 holes. Yes, count them. 33 holes. And they didn't come out too bad on the back. Not as neat as the front, but better to use the wood like I did. Yes, 33 holes. Count them. Now I got to do now is I got to sand this. This is the part that shows on the back, and this is the part that's inside the radio. So it's not too bad. And it didn't take too long. It took me longer to clean out the bit with the screwdriver, because each one of these things had to be pushed out with a screwdriver through here. And, you know, so it took me more time to do that than the actual drilling. I'll put you back on a tripod, and we're going to do some sanding and see if I can get these smoothed up a little bit here also. And then we'll get the whole thing sanded, and maybe I'll be able to put some stain on it. Have any actual wood files? If I do, they're in a box with files buried away in the back of the shed. All I got is mill bastard files, and yes, that's what they're called. And that's all I can do. You can't really do a good job with a file that's made for metal. But it fits a little snug on the corners. I figured I'd just take it down a little bit. I have only got 80 and 220 grit sandpaper, so we'll use the 220 on here. This is 80 right here. Out of the way. So let's get a block here. We'll do the back first. off the block. See, I get a little elbow grease in the parts that wouldn't come off. Discoloration in there for a pencil, I guess. Okay. I won't get these overcuts out of here, not unless I do major filing, and I don't want to make this opening any larger here, because that won't be good. Well, I think we'll call it good. I have some of this. This is about at least 6 or 7 years old. Oh, it's probably about a quarter of a can, maybe a third of a can. It's Polyshades, they call it, made by Minwax, and it'll be close enough to the cabinet. I mean, this is just the back. It doesn't have to be anything special. It could be painted black for all we care, because it doesn't really matter. Matter of fact, the top of that radio is black, and I don't know why. The sides aren't that way, but somebody might have put some black finish on it or something, but that's just the way it was when I got it. So we're going to, I'm going to get that bench cleaned off so that I can put this stuff on, and I think you got to put it on with a brush. It's been so long since I used it, I'm pretty sure it goes on with a brush. Alright, I shook it up quite a bit. I'm going to do the part you're going to see first, which is the outside, and what I got left we'll use on the inside. I'm assuming this stuff is still good. Oil base, I don't bring in the house in the wintertime. Just put it on the back here. Yeah. Not as dark as I thought it would be. This is a dry paint stick. It's nothing solid on the bottom. I guess we're all set. Yeah, like I say, it's a stain and a polyurethane all in one. This will protect the wood. And it's not as dark as I would hope it would be. I don't even know what I used this on last. Soaks in good. Definitely going to be enough to go around because it's not taking all that much. And the first coat is going to soak into the wood. A second coat will be a little darker and it won't soak into the wood very much because the first coat is what soaks in. And when dry, it's not going to take any more because it's got polyurethane in it.
Thank you. I'm going to try to pick a little bit of the Tennessee flat top box. See if Ben is working tonight. Y'all met Ben, ain't you? This is Ben. This is Ben A. Martin. Ben A. Martin since 1959. And see if he'll work a little bit. In a little cabaret in a South Texas border town sat a boy and his guitar, and the people came from all around, and all the girls from there at Austin were slipping away from home and putting jewelry in on to take the trip to go and listen to the little dark-haired boy that played the Tennessee flat top box, and he would play. Ride a wrangle, and he never cared to make a dime, but give him his guitar. He'd be happy all the time, and all the girls from 9 to 90 were snapping fingers, tapping toes, and begging him don't stop, and hypnotized and fascinated by the little dark-haired boy that played the Tennessee flat top box, and he would play. One day he was gone, no one ever saw him round, he vanished like a breeze, they forgot him in that little town, and then one day, on the hit parade, was a little dark-haired boy that played the Tennessee flat top box, and he would play. Thank you, Ben. Thank you for that great big ovation. Kind of hard to applaud with a fork in one hand and a knife in the other. Well, we appreciate your attempts.
All right, second coat, it's not really that good because it dried up here and it made it dark in here, but I can always paint it with regular paint if I have to. Not a big deal. So this has got to dry. It's going to take a while to dry because it's not all that warm out here. That's the end of the video for this one. Any other touch-ups I have to do on that, I'll be doing it off camera. Thanks for watching.